Hola, my name is Solomon Wangwe, and let's get into it. Tell me how you would sell chai moto in Mombasa in January. Chai moto with mnazi flavored ice cream. That's how I do it. What do you consider an investment? An investment is anything that's gonna give me a return, a profit at some determinable point in the future. Ushawahi oshwa ukakubali? I was oshored once in the US when I was flipping homes in the US. That guy oshored us a clean $200,000 on a real estate transaction. Have you ever interacted with land as an investment? And what is your perception of it? Yes, that's what I do on a daily basis is land investments. We offer the safest, most savvy, primest, cleanest land deals in Kenya. A lifetime supply of makeup, clothes and wigs or beachfront property on Shella Island in Lamu, Saint-Tropez and Monaco. Okay, what would any lady in your life choose? This is for the gents. The one in my life would probably go for the island, even though she'll want to choose Lamu because she's Afrocentric like that. I will push her to go for Monaco. Elon Musk just called you for some investment in Kenya. Advice. What did you tell him? Tunauzaga prot. What advice would you give to your former boss? Advice? To my former boss is not one to take advice. And for context, this gentleman had $10 million in his current account at any given point. Also, his neighbor was John Travolta. I still do not qualify to give Mr. Paul Goodrow any advice. What are your thoughts on how land is sold and bought in Kenya? How land is sold and bought in Kenya is generally regulated by the Constitution of Kenya, the Land Act, but in between the lines of that constitutional provision, all sorts of monkey business happens. We actually once polled our customers. 60% of them had been conned at least once before we ever interacted with them. Land, shares, and crypto. Who would you marry? Who would you kiss? Who would you dump immediately? I would marry land twice or thrice. I would kiss crypto and I would dump shares. Given 6 million, what would you invest in? 6 1-acre lots in Imbuko for $999K each, or half-acre in Nanyuki going for 5.49 million. Personally, I would go for the 6 1-acre lots in Imbuko. Why? Because whenever possible, own multiple titles even in the same location. When making investments, what is your process? Take us through your thought process. Usually starts with something like, is there money to be made? And if so, how much? And in what period of time? And who is managing that process while I am waiting? Lifetime of fully paid home chef, driver, and travel expenses anywhere or waterfront property in Monaco. I'm pretty sure any of the women in my life would go for the fully paid home chef, driver, and travel expenses anywhere. What is your biggest investment mistake so far and why? Would be taking money from the wrong people for my business. What is in the way of the investments you've planned to make? And how are you fixing that? I plan on investing more with crypto. What's in the way? I think it's a current global sentiment around crypto investments. What are your thoughts around influencers being used to push land products? I think our approach is generally different in the sense that whenever it has to do with pushing a specific product for sale, it's coming from someone who's already a customer or one who's thinking of being a customer before we ever engage them. What are your investment priorities at the moment, both long-term and short-term? I've mentioned crypto. waiting for government to catch up. Continue in the land space. I love investing in land because God isn't making any more of it and we are multiplying by the day. If you had one day to live, how would you spend it? How would I spend it? I would probably spend it with my family. Is it possible for family members to get land for free? No, absolutely not.